Students of a class are made to stand in rows. If one student is extra in a row, there would be 2 rows less. If one student is less in a row, there would be 3 rows more. Find the number of students in the class. So for this type of problem, there are 2 variables. You can see students are made to stand in rows. So how many rows are there? We don't know. Similarly, how many students are sitting in one row? We don't know that too. So there are 2 variables. Let's suppose there are x rows and y students in each row. Okay, so what we have done, let there are x rows and y students in each row. So in one row there are y students and total there are x rows. So what is the number of students? Total number of students. Therefore total number of students is xy. So this is the total number of students which we need to know. Find the number of students in the class, xy. That means we need to find how many rows are there and how many students are in each row. Then we can multiply them and get the total number of students. So for this, let me see the first condition. If one student is extra in a row, there would be 2 rows less. So first condition is if one student is extra in a row. One student is extra in a row. How many rows are there initially? X rows. And how many students are there? Y students. If one student is extra, means if one student is extra, that will be y plus 1. There will be 2 rows less. 2 rows less. Less means minus. So initially x rows and there will be 2 rows less. So x minus 2. So now new number of row is x minus 2. New number of student is y plus 1. But if we multiply them, again it should be the initial total number of students, which is xy. So let me solve this. X minus 2, y plus 1. If I multiply them, x into y, xy, plus x into 1, x, minus 2 into y, 2y, minus 2 into 1, minus 2, equal to xy. So this cancel out, or x minus 2y equal to 2. This is the equation first. Okay, similarly, now I'll make the second equation. So second condition now. Second condition. What is the second condition? Let me write in the equation form. If one student is less in a row. So initially y students. If one student is less means y minus 1. There would be 3 rows more. 3 rows more means x plus 3. Again total students is xy. So let me make the second equation from here. It would be xy minus x plus 3y minus 3 equal to xy. Cancel out. So minus x plus 3y. Okay, let me write the same. Minus x plus 3y equal to minus 3. It will become plus 3. So equation 2. Now equation 1 and 2, let me solve this. For this, let me add equation 1 and 2 so that x and minus x will cancel out. Adding equation 1 and 2. Adding equation 1 and 2. What we get? X minus 2y equal to 2 and minus x plus 3y equal to 3. Let me add these 2 equations. X and minus x will cancel out. Minus 2y plus 3y, this is y, equal to 5. So I got the number of students in each row. Let me put the value of y in either equation 1 or equation 2. We can put the value of y in any of these two equations. We'll get the same value of x. So let me put the value of y in equation first. So substituting the value of y in equation first. So what we get? X minus 2 into y is 5 equal to 2, or x equal to 10, and 2 plus 10, it will be 12. So that means there are 12 rows, and in each row there are 5 students. So what is the total number of students? So the total number of students is xy. Total number of students is xy. So x means 12, y means 5, that is 60. So we can say there are total 60 students in the class. We can check whether this answer is correct or not. So let me go to the first condition. Look here. If one student is extra in a row, there would be 2 rows less. So how many rows did we get? 12 rows. And how many students in each row? 5. So according to the question, if one student is extra means it should be 6. If there are 6 students in a class, then how many rows should be there to be totally 60 students? There should be, of course, 6 tens are 60. 10 rows should be there. That means the number of rows should be 2 less, which is given in the first condition. You can see if one student is extra in a row, there will be 2 rows less. So the first condition is satisfied. Similarly, if one student is less in a row, means initially there were 5 students. Now if one student is less, there would be 4 students. And out of 60 in one row, there are 4 students, means how many rows should be there? 4 into 15 is 60. There should be 15 rows. That means initially 12 rows. So there should be 3 rows more, which is given here. Look there. If one student is less in a row, there will be 3 rows more. So both the conditions are satisfied. That means we can say this answer is correct. Total number of students is 60.